Welcome to this video on pipe, an essential part of every irrigation system. Think of the pipe as the backbone of the system. It's what carries the water from the source all the way to the sprinklers. Without the right pipe, nothing else works the way it should. I'm Dr. DeBusk, and in this section, we'll focus on the types of pipe used in irrigation systems, their characteristics, and where they're typically used. We'll save the irrigation and repair details for the repair module. My goal here is to help you recognize the differences between pipe types, so when you're designing a system or fixing one in the field, you know what you're working with and why it matters. Let's start breaking down PVC pipe. This is the most widely used pipe in irrigation systems. It comes in two major types, pressure rated and schedule rated. In this slide, we'll focus on pressure rated pipe. Pressure rated PVC is often labeled either CL for class or PR for pressure rated. These terms are used interchangeably. So if you hear someone say CL200 or PR200, they're talking about the same pipe rated for 200 psi. Each pipe class, like CL160, CL200, and CL315, has the same pressure rating across all sizes in that class. So no matter if it's 3/4 inch or 12 inch, if it says CL200, it's rated for 200 psi. The most common pipe used is CL200, and it's used for both the main line, which is under constant pressure, and the lateral lines that lead to the sprinklers. CL160 is sometimes used just for the lateral piping because it's cheaper, but since it has a lower pressure rating, it should never be used for the main line. Fun fact, half-inch CL200 isn't made. So if you ask for it, you'll get half-inch CL315 instead by default. Now let's talk about SDR, which stands for Standard Dimension Ratio. This is an important concept when it comes to understanding pipe strength. SDR is calculated by taking the outside diameter of the pipe and dividing it by the wall thickness. The result tells you how thick the pipe walls are relative to its size. The lower the SDR number, the thicker the wall, and the higher the pressure rating. So here's how the numbers line up. SDR 26 equals CL 160. SDR 21 equals CL 200. SDR 13.5 equals CL 315. These ratios help keep the pressure consistent across all pipe sizes in a pressure class. So whether you're using 1-inch or 4-inch CL 200, the wall thickness adjusts to maintain that same 200 psi pressure rating. Knowing these relationships help you pick the right pipe and avoid costly mistakes in the field. Now let's talk about schedule-rated PVC pipe. Unlike pressure-rated pipe, schedule pipe has the same wall thickness across all sizes. That means 1-inch schedule pipe has the same wall thickness as 12-inch schedule pipe. Because of this, as the pipe diameter gets bigger, the pressure rating actually goes down. In irrigation, you'll mostly see two types, Schedule 40 and Schedule 80. Schedule 40 is white and is the more common type used. Schedule 80 is dark gray and has a thicker wall, which gives it a higher pressure rating. One important note, don't mistake light gray PVC electrical conduit for Schedule 80 pipe. It looks similar but isn't rated for pressure, so it should never be used in irrigation systems. You won't see Schedule 80 used for full runs of pipe very often. It's mainly used in short sections where extra durability is needed, like going into or out of a backflow preventer above ground, into or out of a pump, or for making PVC nipples. Let's compare class, pressure rated, and schedule pipe side by side. First, wall thickness. With class pipe, the wall thickness increases as the pipe diameter gets bigger, so the pressure rating stays the same across all sizes. With schedule pipe, the wall thickness stays the same no matter the size. That means as the diameter gets larger, the pressure rating goes down. Next, pressure ratings. Class pipe is consistent. You can count on the same rating for every size within that class. Schedule pipe loses pressure rating as the size goes up. Now, something you might not think about right away is flow capacity. A 1-inch Schedule 40 pipe actually has a smaller inside diameter than a 1-inch CL200 pipe. That means if you run the same flow rate, say 15 gallons per minute, you'll have more pressure loss in the Schedule 40 pipe. This is why proper pipe sizing is so important. Too much pressure loss can cause sprinklers to underperform. Finally, one similarity, both class and schedule PVC pipe have the same outside dimension for the same nominal size. That means a 1-inch fitting will work on 1-inch Schedule 40, Schedule 80, CL 160, or CL 200. Let's go over how PVC pipe is sized, packaged, and color-coded. First, sizing. When we talk about 1-inch or 4-inch PVC, those are nominal sizes, meaning they're names, not exact measurements. For example, 1-inch CL200 actually has an outside diameter of 1.315 inches, and 4-inch CL200 is really 4.5 inches outside diameter, OD. Next, lengths. Standard PVC pipe comes in 20-foot sections, often called sticks. Most CL 160, CL 200, and Schedule 40 pipe has a bell end coupling molded into one end so you can connect two sections without a separate fitting. Gasketed pipe looks like regular bell end pipe, but inside the bell is a rubber gasket. This gasket forms a watertight seal when you insert the spigot end of another pipe. It's especially common in larger diameters like 4-inch SDR21 and is useful when you want to avoid using solvent well. Finally, colors. The color tells you something important about the pipe's intended use. White is your standard PVC. Purple or lavender indicates reclaimed water. Tan PVC is UV resistant and designed for above ground use. Blue is for potable water distribution systems. Light green is for sewer applications. Knowing these codes is important for both compliance and safety in the field. Now about those markings. You've probably noticed writing printed along the side of PVC pipe every few feet. That's there for a reason. It tells you the manufacturer's name, the nominal pipe size, IPS, iron pipe size standard, the type of plastic material, SDR, PR, or class rating, the pressure rating for water at 73.4 Fahrenheit, the ASTM standard the pipe meets, NSF approval if it's safe for potable water, and the manufacturing date. Reading these markings is a quick way to confirm you're using the right pipe for the job. Now let's switch over to polyethylene pipe, also known as poly pipe, or PE. This is another plastic pipe you'll see in irrigation, but unlike PVC, poly is flexible. That flexibility makes it great for certain applications, especially where movement or shifting soil are an issue. PE pipe is classified by density, low, medium, or high, and also by pressure rating. And here's something important. PE pipe is sized based on its inside diameter, not the outside diameter like PVC. Common sizes for irrigation are 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch, 1 1/2 inch, and 2 inch. We'll go deeper into each type, LDPE, MDPE, and HDPE, because each has different strengths and uses in the field. Low-density polyethylene, often called LDPE, is the most flexible of the poly pipe types. You can coil it easily, which makes it a great choice for short, flexible connections. In irrigation, LDPE is used mainly in two places. Swing pipe, sometimes called funny pipe, which connects rigid PVC to sprinklers so you can position them exactly where you want without stressing the fittings, and drip tubing, which is widely used in flower beds, vegetable gardens, and other areas needing precise, low-volume watering. Most LDPE is black, but it also comes in brown for drip lines, so it blends in with the mulch, and in purple to indicate reclaimed water. Its flexibility and ease of installation make it a go-to for finishing touches and irrigation layouts. Medium-density polyethylene, or MDPE, is the in-between option, stronger than LDPE, but still flexible enough to work with easily. You'll usually see it in black rolls, though some brands add colored stripes to indicate the pressure rating. Common ratings include 80 psi, 100 psi, and 125 psi. The higher the pressure rating, the thicker the pipe wall. MDPE is used for irrigation system piping, sometimes for both mainlines and laterals depending on the pressure rating. Because it's sold in rolls, it's convenient to transport and install, especially in areas where you want to minimize the number of joints. High-density polyethylene, HDPE, is the toughest of the polypipe types. Unlike LDPE and MDPE, which come in rolls, HDPE is rigid like PVC and sold in straight sections, often called sticks. It has a high pressure rating, making it a great fit for large irrigation systems. Think golf courses, roadway mediums, and even public water distribution systems. Its durability also makes it very resistant to damage from pressure surges. HDPE pipe is usually black, but you'll see colored stripes on it to identify the grade. One big difference with HDPE is the way it's joined. It's typically fused together using specialized equipment, rather than using insert fittings like other poly types. Copper pipe isn't as common in irrigation systems today as it used to be, but you'll still run into it in a few key spots. The most common place is at the point of connection, where the irrigation system ties into the potable water supply. Many local plumbing codes still require copper for certain connections, especially going into and out of backflow prevention devices. You might also see copper used as risers for fixed sprays and shrub beds, though that's mostly in certain regions of the U.S. There are two types you'll likely encounter. Type K is used for underground installations and has green ink markings. Type L can also be found underground between the meter and the building, and it has blue ink markings. One important thing to know, copper's nominal size is usually smaller than the same nominal size in PVC or galvanized pipe. There's also CPVC available that's made to match copper pipe dimensions. Galvanized pipe, also called galvanized iron or GI pipe, was once the go-to for service lines and irrigation piping, but it's been largely replaced by PVC and polyethylene in modern systems. You'll still find it in older irrigation systems, especially those built before 1985, and in older service lines from the meter to the building. It's also used in specialty situations where extra strength is needed, like short sections of pipe or nipples going into or out of backflow preventers or pumps. The big issue with galvanized pipe is corrosion. Over time, rust builds up inside, and the inside diameter can shrink to less than half of its original size. This greatly reduces water flow and can cause significant performance issues in a system. As a rule of thumb, if you're working on a structure built before 1975, always verify the pipe type before you quote or start troubleshooting. It could save you from surprises once the work begins. Here's the quick recap. PVC comes in pressure rated, same rating across all sizes, and schedule rated, which keeps the same wall thickness so big pipes have lower pressure ratings. Polyethylene ranges from flexible LDPE for swing pipe and drip to medium strength LDPE in rolls to rigid high pressure HDPE for large systems. Metal pipe is less common now. Copper is still used in certain spots like backflow devices, and galvanized is mostly found in older systems and often has corrosion problems.